Here's a little bit crazy. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a nice Easter. Let me just share this real quick. And if you could like and share, that would be awesome. So I know that we have found ourselves in a situation, a lot of you, where you're working from home now and you're not used to it. So I've worked from home for 12 years now and wanted to just share some simple tips to help you be more productive at home. And if you work from home too, or just in the time that you've been working from home, if you've learned anything that works well for you, or things that you're like, this does not work for me, um, put it in the comments. I'd love to know. If you have questions about working from home, also put that in the comments. And like I said, if you could like and share this video, that would be amazing as well. So first thing about working from home that a lot of people think is that you're not going to get as much work done. Now, keep in mind the situation's a little bit different where a lot of you are homeschooling your kids and taking care of them and trying to work. So different scenario. But the real story is a lot of employers think that you're not going to get as much done when you work from home because you're going to nap and play video games and watch TV and stuff like that, and you're not going to really get your job done. But the truth is that that's actually the opposite. Now, to work from home, you do have to be a real self starter. If you're not a natural self starter, there's some tips that you can implement that will help you be a self starter or at least know how to organize your day. I'd be happy to help you with those if you have questions. But the truth is, you're probably going to work more when you work from home. The thing is, the line is really fine between work and home life when you work from home. So it's hard to separate those sometimes. But the first thing that I will say when you're working from home, you have to, first of all, schedule out your day, what you're going to do. But a lot of people will just roll out of bed and show up at their desk in their pajamas. Like I've seen some posts or pictures of people doing that since being on quarantine. And I will say that that does limit your productivity. So, my recommendation to you, first of all, would be set your alarm just like you're going to have to get up to go somewhere. Get up, spend some time in the morning doing something that helps you kickstart your day. I spend it reading and prayer. And take a shower, do your hair and makeup, and ponytail counts for me today. Do your hair and makeup if you're a girl, and get dressed. And just know it doesn't have to be like office attire, but get dressed. Do not show up to your desk in what you slept in, okay? Yoga pants are fine. Just don't be wearing what you slept in the night before. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, avoid working too much when you're at home. So schedule out your calendar, and this is going to be everything from getting up in the morning to get dressed to all of your meetings for work and personal things as well. So schedule breaks. That's something that I think people forget to do when they work from home. Just think, if you're at an office, you're most likely going to take a break. You're going to take a break. You're going to take a lunch break. You're going to walk away from your desk at some point. What I found is when you work from home, you don't do that. So schedule that. Schedule yourself a 15-minute break, maybe twice a day, where you get up and move your body. Get away from your desk, get away from the computer, and walk away for a minute. Do the same for lunch. Schedule yourself a lunch hour or a lunch break where you go to your kitchen and sit down and eat. Okay? So do that kind of stuff for yourself. It's going to go a long way with your productivity and how you feel at the end of the day. Next one's big. Schedule a start time and a stop time for work. If you don't do that and you just come into your office to work, then most likely you're going to look up and your kids are going to be standing there with hunger in their eyes because you have been focusing on a deadline and forgot that, you're at home. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens easy. So schedule a start time and a stop time for work. I have to schedule start cooking dinner at 5 and eat family dinner at 6 to make sure that I'm done cooking dinner by 6 so that we can actually sit down. If I don't leave at 5 or leave the office at 5, then I'm not going to get that done. So schedule a start time, schedule a stop time, and know that it's okay during the day to walk away from your computer. Okay. When I first started working from home, I had a boss that didn't agree with that. And we actually had the office phone that was tethered to the wall, like back in the day when it was not just your cell phone they could find you on. And they would call that phone just to make sure I was there, like at random times. It was crazy. So, what I will say to you, let yourself walk away from your desk. And if you're a manager or a boss of people that work from home, just know that your people need to be able to walk away from their computer. They will get more done when they end up sitting back down. It just has to be scheduled. So it's okay to walk away from your computer if you want to run up and throw in a load of laundry or switch laundry and come right back. It's okay. It's okay to do that. Just make sure you come right back and don't get distracted. Um, the other thing would be is try to set up a physical area in your house that's separate from where you're working. So another lesson learned, I used to have my desk in my bedroom, and that's not a good idea. It really merges personal life and work physically in the same room, and it's just not cool. Now, if you don't have any other options, then you don't have any other options. But if you can have the area where you're working in an area where you don't typically spend a lot of time with your family or in your personal life, so a kind of separate area. The other thing would be is setting some boundaries with yourself and your team. So if your calendar is blocked, you need to honor it. We know emergencies come up and that's a different situation, but if your calendar is blocked for a break, you honor that break and you take it. Okay? If your calendar is blocked for a meeting, then you are at your computer or on the phone for that meeting. But honor your calendar, honor your time. The other thing is, if you have a lunch hour scheduled and you're going to sit and have lunch and like decompress for a minute, honor that as well. If your phone rings or your work phone rings and it's not an emergency, then do not answer the phone. Give yourself that time. So honor what you scheduled ahead of time. Let's see, what else? Oh, turn off notifications after work hours. This is big. This is something where I feel like employers have really taken advantage of employees that work remotely. And this is the same for people that run their own businesses. If you can do this, I think it's harder for people that are running their own company. But if it's your employer, turn off your email notifications on your phone after work hours or mute them or something. Or just make sure you tell yourself, I'm not responding to that email until I sit down at my desk at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Because once you open that door of availability 24/7, they're going to use it. Okay. So honor that and turn off notifications after work hours so you're not getting distracted. Okay. The thing is, when you work from home, if you see something pop in and it's something that you can do really quick, it's so easy to slip into your office or your work area and open up your laptop and sit down and do it. And the next thing you know, you've worked on 3 or 4 other things and you've spent 2 additional hours or 3 additional hours in your office away from your family. So it's really easy with iPhones and stuff, where it's instant access to you. Um, it's tempting to be able to go just take care of it right now, but just know you're in control of your time and your schedule. So honor that as well and turn off your notifications. Okay. Let's see. What else did I put? Okay. This one is, I had to learn the hard way to do this. Take time every evening and every morning to look at your calendar. Okay. So when you're looking at your calendar in the evening, you're going to look at today or the day that you just had and tomorrow. And take time to assess like what worked, what didn't work, what were some interruptions that got in the way, what are things that maybe need to shift on your calendar for tomorrow, or what can you change to make it more efficient the following day. Okay. And then schedule out stuff or block it out. I typically on Monday will schedule out my whole week. Things change, obviously, so be flexible in changing things, but learn from the day you just had and see what needs to change tomorrow. And then make sure in the morning when you wake up, you look at that calendar like first thing in the morning and make sure that you are mentally in check with your calendar for the day and everything that needs to get done. So if you know you need to be up at 5:30, you need to be in the shower by 7, then you have a certain amount of time to get a workout in or whatever. But just make sure that you're aware of your day before you get moving, okay? So take time to look at your calendar. Um, and I put it again, honor your breaks. So schedule them, put them on your calendar, and honor your breaks. So you really truly do, when you work from home, have to schedule your personal life just as much as you have to schedule your work life, because the line is so fine. But it can be done. It can be done. But you do have to take a lot of focus and effort to make sure that you're really efficient, not only in work, but you don't neglect your personal life as well, because that can happen easily. And you need to make sure that you have boundaries set for yourself as well, on both sides. So I'll get into more. I've got some more to share on working from home. I'll probably do a part 2 and potentially even a part 3. But if you guys have questions about working from home, like I said, I've worked from home for 12 years now. So I've got some insight on that and things to share. So put in the comments if you have any questions. Give me a like if you thought this video was helpful at all. And if there's anyone that you know that just started working from home or that wants to work from home, just share this video with them. But thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. Make it a good one. All right, take care. Bye.